everyone, and welcome back to Disqualified. We are here to talk about NXT Stand and Deliver.
Yep.
So, we have a new champion in the group, and we shall give it to him. Zach, come claim your prize. This is temporary.
Temporary belt.
Temporary.
Get your face on camera. There you go.
Temporary.
Yes.
Yeah, so the actual belt will be here in like
The first week of May, according
First
to the
week of May.
website.
But
Aha,
yeah.
you all suck.
Unfortunately, the new belt won't even live on screen, so
Yes.
that sucks. But whenever it comes to NXT predictions, Zach will be our third man, and for main roster, for most of the time, it will be Trevin and I holding down the fourth. This gets defended later on tonight.
Yep. By all four of the disqualified participants.
But we are here to talk about Stand and Deliver, and oh my god, what a show it was.
It was real good. And it started off with a banner of something that wasn't even on the main card. We are, of course, talking about your pre-show match. A number one contendership match for the women's tag team with representatives Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus Chemical X versus the Meta Girls versus Feta Influence represented by Fallon Henley and JC Jane.
Yeah. So, this match started off with, it was Fallon and Lash Legend. And then Fallon did the heel move when all the other participants, except for one team, are heels. Did the heel move of tagging in Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez.
Yep.
And so we get Roxanne and Lash Legend to start this match.
And Roxanne was getting picked up like a little kid.
Yeah, the match just continued to pick up steam until the first team eliminated via Pop Rocks. The Meta Girls. Lash
Yes.
Legend gets pinned in what I think is what I can recall the first time Lash has been pinned in tag action.
And you were iffy on this match while watching it because you were really hoped that the Hodgepodge team that broke up 2 weeks ago and just got back together for this match is...
Yeah, it was weird because, so I can understand having 3 of the women's tag teams that you have in NXT participate because the other one is in the ladder match later on tonight. But Roxanne Perez, I also just feel like this was a very bad send-off for her.
Yeah.
Because she's getting drafted.
Yeah, because later in the match, she actually walks out on Cora before the second team eliminated is the team of Roxanne and Cora.
Yep, and then we get Fatal Influence versus Chemical X.
In a banner of a final bout.
And in the end, after it looks like Fatal Influence is going to steal another win, Chemical X hits the Cemetery Drive for the 1, 2, 3. And the T-Heat levels are off the charts here at the Disqualified HQ.
Caleb picks up the first prediction point.
The first prediction point, and I was very, very hyped.
Yes,
after this match.
You love these two.
Yes, these two are great. Shotzi was back, which I was surprised by. She hasn't been anywhere
on screen for a while.
Yeah, but she shows up here. Does not do anything of note managerial wise.
Nope.
Jasmine Nix actually got some offense in on the outside.
Yeah. Later on in an interview segment, while we move to the main card, Chemical X talks about them being excited, but then, funny enough, Tatum remembers one of her potential opponents being, as she refers to her sweet dove Lyra, and it's like, oh, they're actually building this match properly now.
Yeah, that makes me scared for my prediction.
Yeah.
For Mania.
Yeah. It'd be funny if that actually happens, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. Now we move on to surprising opener.
Yep. Your men's North American Championship match with your champion Entering first for some reason, Ricky Saints versus the challenger All Ego Ethan Page.
And oh boy, this was a great match.
It was.
Yeah. Oh wait, we forgot to rate the pre-show.
Oh, yeah. Pre-show match.
I'll give it like a 3.5.
Yes.
Maybe a
Out of
4. Out of 5.
Oh, I was thinking out of 10.
No. Out of 5.
No.
We do out of 5.
Yeah. I'd say 3.5 is a good rating. There were a couple slow spots. There was a hodgepodge spot where we lost track of who the heck the two legal people are.
Yeah.
Which sometimes happens in these types of matches, but still, it's like commentary and even the ref were like, I can't remember who's legal.
Yeah. Okay. Now back to Ricky and Ethan. There were Tony Fumble chants because of
For
course
obvious
there were Tony
reasons.
Fumble chants.
Yeah. Ricky did his tightrope the ropes while just vibing and dancing a little bit with Ethan grappled spot. It was actually a banner of a match, honestly.
Ricky got his lip busted open
Very early in the match,
early in the match.
Yeah.
And then we get the Rochambeau.
For the 1, 2, 3.
And still Ricky Saints.
Yep.
So we all get a point there.
Yep. Good showing for Ethan, though. As we've sort of said on our weekly podcast episodes, we are of the opinion where it's a 50-50 shot whether Ethan Page gets a speedy call-up.
Like I said, when you go into NXT and the first thing you do is win the championship, there's really nothing left for you to do. Because why would you go chase the mid-card title? You've already held the main championship. And why would you go face the tag championship when you don't have a tag team partner and the person that was your tag team partner just signed with AEW?
I think Ethan has both the charisma and in-ring ability and sort of like crowd hype as well. Like he's drawing in a lot of crowd hype to get to the main roster a little earlier than expected. But we shall wait and see.
I think the first feud is him and Miz.
That would actually
Get those comparisons out the way right away.
That would feed families. But speaking of probably inevitable call-ups, we have your NXT Tag Team Championship match with your champions Fraxium versus the underdogs, the Trucker Boys, Hank and Tank.
Honk and tonk.
Yes, and this match cooked.
Yeah, it was good. I have to give the boys their flowers. Hank and Tank held it down this match.
It has been a trend of these past couple weeks where you have eaten your words.
Yes. And I love it. I love it. Make me eat my words. Prove me fucking wrong.
Yes. But yeah, just all around banner spots, Hank and Tank being powerhouses while Fraxium being high flyers, just real good in-ring chemistry, honestly.
Yeah.
But the reason why I brought up inevitable call-ups is because, as we released in a short earlier, your new tag team champions, Hank and Tank.
Yeah, after a 230-day reign, Fraxium has lost the championships.
Yep, and I immediately turned to Caleb after the bell rang and was like, yep, they're getting called up.
Oh, we're so tired. We forgot to rate the other match.
Oh, yeah. We are expecting a long day, and mate, it's already been long. Because we technically watched a 4-hour show because of having to watch the pre-show.
Yeah, but I'll give Ricky Saints and Ethan Page I'll give it like a 3.
Solid 3. Yeah, I'd say a solid 3 as well.
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
And for Hank and Tank and Fraxium, a 4.
I'll give it a 4.5. Like, it's not quite 5 level, but some of the spots was like, like when, I think it was
Hank when he went through the middle rope for the suicide dive.
Yep, and just immediately slid and took a nap on the table.
Oh, that spot made me laugh so much.
You mentioned, like, we could see Fraser's face of, like, holy, and you're like, I'm pretty sure I can see Axiom emoting through the mask.
Yeah.
It's like his eyes are bugging out that much.
It's like They're like Spider-Man eyes. They should give them Spider-Man eyes. I don't know how they'd make that work, but they just need
No,
to
but yeah,
express-
all three men that weren't laid out on an announce table just looked at him being like, he did.
He could have Velcro eyebrows of different emotions that he keeps in his pocket.
Oh yes, that would be great. Just keep them in a bag on the stairs by ringside, so you could just quickly swap them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
But in the direct middle of the card, if you include... Wait, no, not direct middle, actually. No, it is direct middle.
Direct middle,
Yeah.
if you include.
If you include the pre-show match, is a match a lot of people were hyped about. Your 6-woman ladder match for the Women's North American Championship.
Actually, if you don't include it.
No, it's if you include it. Because we didn't number the pre-show.
Yeah, but that would be 7. Ladder match would be 3 of 7.
It would be
Or
4 of 7.
Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
direct middle.
Yeah, math. Yeah.
But
But
it's also if you don't, because it's 3 of 6 then.
yeah. Well, even number, it's kind of hard to be direct middle. Anyway, your contestants in this match are Zarya and Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Izzy Dame, Kalani Jordan, and Thea Hale. And this match also good.
Oh yeah, this match also.
It was a train wreck.
Also, wait, who picked Hagen Tank? Who got the point for that?
I did. I was the
Trevor-
sole man.
Trevin got the point for Hagen Tank.
Yeah.
So for this match, I picked Thea Hale.
Yep. I
Zach
picked.
picked Sol Ruka. And Trevin picked Kalani Jordan.
Yeah, I picked a 2-timer.
And so this match cooked. If you saw my short, like I said, it was a car crash that you could not look away from because it was so entertaining.
No, surprisingly, despite her botch to qualify for this match, Izzy Dame had some very good spots.
Yes, Izzy Dame had a lot of amazing spots.
Yes.
Thea Hale had some very good time to shine. She got what I call the Shelton Benjamin Money in the Bank WrestleMania 24 spot. Instead of landing on a ladder bridge, she landed on people this time.
Yes. But there were, I ain't gonna lie, there were a couple spots in this match where at least I was like, all right, Lola's in this match.
Yeah, she did her spinning back fist and hit the ladder. They're like,
Yeah.
I think she broke her hand. And bro, if she did it onto the ring post and didn't break her hand, I think she's fine.
Yeah.
She did manage to
Yeah.
choke out Zarya.
Yes. Speaking of which, while everyone is decently laid out, we get Zaruka on top of a ladder, both reaching for it, looking at each other and being like, it had to come to this eventually. Zarya cradling Sol Ruka's face and being like, do it. And Sol Ruka throwing the first punch with tears in her eyes.
Yep, and this led to Zarya losing the back and forth. And then Izzy Dame comes back in after Sol Ruka is going for the title, pulls her down, and then, like I said in the short, she just starts spamming Soul Snatchers.
All four.
You get a Soul Snatcher.
Yep.
You get a Soul Snatcher.
The other
you
fi-
too get a Soul Snatcher.
Yep. All the other women laid out, giving Sol Ruka a sole chance to become a technically double champion.
and the new Women's North American Championship champion.
And I immediately turned to Caleb and said, they don't give an F about the speed titles.
Nope. And the man getting the points for this is Zachary.
Yep.
And what do you rate this match, boys?
5 stars.
I think it's 5.
Yeah, 5.
It was an amazing car crash match. I love ladder matches.
I couldn't look away. Yes.
And now we get to
A very interesting match. Your 6-man tag match between the family versus Dark State, represented by everyone sans Cutler James.
Yep, so you have Dion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, and Saquon Sugars. And this match was a match. It was a fairly decent,
There were-
basic.
There were
six-man
very
tag.
good spots. Tony getting the hot tag into just clearing house was a pretty cool spot. Dark State, whenever they bring out one of their tag finishers, just every time it looks good.
The main reason why we need to talk about this match.
Is the ending.
Yeah, so after they hit their tag finisher, Stacks and Tony, Saquon kicks out.
Yep.
And then Stacks is like, I got an idea. No, it's Osiris. Osiris
Yeah.
kicks out.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I got an idea. He goes and grabs the crowbar.
Yep. And the
Tony
Tony is like, nope, we're doing this fair and square. Stacks concedes the crowbars eventually, and there's some more scuffle before we get a spot where Saquon has Tony in sort of a half master lock,
Mm-hmm.
and Saquon has reobtained Stacks has reobtained a crowbar. And he goes for Saquon, but he turns so Tony's sort of a meat shield. And it's like, is this where we see the Stacks betrayal? Nope. They have such good chemistry. They're such good buds that Stacks is able to properly aim and hit Saquon with the crowbars while the ref is, of course, laid out, so there's no DQ. And then the ref is back up. Tony's like, okay, we got to surrender the crowbar now.
Mm-hmm.
And Stacks surrenders the crowbar, and well, Tony has his back turned. Low blow kick to the
Kicks
family
him into
jewels.
D'Angelo's.
To the family jewels.
Yep. The kick to the family jewels is what breaks up the family.
Yep.
And that leads to Dark State hitting their big time. I'm a toss a man, you power bomb him
For the 1, 2, 3.
And we all pick Dark State, so we all get the point.
Yep. And we see right before the main event, what's the third member of the family?
Luca Crucifino.
Yep, Luca, while Stacks is leaving, getting in his car, Luca's like, dude, what happened? Why'd you do that? I thought we were family. And Stacks is like, listen, I got a plan. I gotta go right now. I'll text you, keep your phone close to you, and I'll see you in person Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. And we'll learn more on Tuesday.
Yep.
And now we get to the Women's NXT Championship.
A little less of a car crash, but still a car crash.
Yeah, so it was a fatal four-way match with your champions, Stephanie Becker, Julia, Jada Parker, and Jordan Grace. This match hooked.
I don't know what kitchen Shawn Michaels is in, but keep him in there.
I don't know what water they got down there in Orlando, Florida, but I need some. God damn. The way that... Bro, these four women, I think they might have stolen the show. I think this match is better than the men's main event.
Yes. It's
The men's main event was amazing.
Yes, literally 3 matches are in contention for match of the night, and I can't flip and decide which one.
Yeah, I think... a mini story in the match was that Becker was not able to hit her Devil's Kiss move.
Yep. Officially canonized that now after some podcast where she says that's the name of the move in her head.
When she finally hits it, she hits it on all 3 members of the match.
Yep.
Jada hits her teardrop on all 3 members of the match.
Yep. It was basically a side quest of how many opponents can you hit one of your signatures on?
And at the end of the match, it led to Jordan hitting the what's her? No, that's Jada's.
For beast mode.
Yeah, I think it's beast mode.
Yeah.
On Julia for the 1, 2 hip check, 1, 2, and spiral tap to Jada from Stephanie for the SVB for the 1, 2, 3. And still your women's NXT champion Stephanie Becker and Zach and I get a point for that.
Yep. Which means that it all comes down to our main event for who gets crowned.
It's your first punishment.
We are doing punishments for NXT.
Time to go bald.
I ain't going bald.
Time to shave.
I do gotta go babyface.
And you know what's perfect? We're recording this later. You're shaving today. Okay, now to
Hold on, wait. Due to the fact of the weekend it is, let me keep the beard for these family photos. For
You
tomorrow.
got the beard for the family photos. Monday, you're screwed.
Yup.
Or no, at least I'll give you Monday. Tuesday. Monday's when you gotta shave it.
Yeah.
Tuesday is the debut of it. Now, the main event. Oba Femi versus Trick Williams versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship.
This match.
Oba Femi, of course,
Yep.
NXT champion. And this match was also another car crash. The amount of car crashes that happened, you would think this was Final Destination 2.
Car crash?
Car crash. In a good way, though. It was so entertaining to watch this match. So, Javon,
Master of reversals this match. Holy.
he knew the parry timing.
Caleb had the controller in his hand.
Coming from amongst our friend group, one of the best parry people in our group. He is the new parry god. I give him the title. I give him the crown. Like, oh my god. Man, every time someone tried to do something, he said, nah. Screw that. Trick Williams also holding his own for a big part of the match. And then, of course, Oba Femi. The ruler.
Being Oba Femi.
Notable spots. Javon hits a frog splash onto Oba for the one into a fucking choke slam.
You just lifted him up.
Yeah, and then of course we got a Tower of Doom.
Yup.
And then we got a trick shot knee that turned Javon inside out while the ref was down for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the ref is up. Oba's holding him. 9.
Yeah.
And then the ref kicks Oba off of him. He runs in for the 1, 2. Oba, nah.
Oba was just like, no.
And the end of this match pretty much saw the OG cutter.
Yep.
And then,
Thrice.
Yes.
yeah, thrice.
Yeah, and then, however, Oba still had some strength kicking. He hits a double fall from grace into a sit-down power bomb on Javon.
Yeah, into a sit-down variation of the fall from grace for the 1, 2, 3.
2, 3, and still. And that is the point that was the deciding factor of Zach becoming your disqualified NXT predictions champion.
Yeah, because Trevin and I both picked Javon Evans. So Zach wins with 5 points. I come in second with 4. And Trevin, you know what? So coincidentally comes in third with 3.
Yeah.
And now he must shave.
Going babyface. I can't even remember how fast my beard grows once I'm babyface. It has been...
It takes you like 3 weeks to get stubble.
Yeah, it has literally been since December of 2021 since I have been babyface.
So we shall see, we shall see, we shall see. So, Zach, as our new champion, do you have anything to say?
Y'all suck at predicting stuff.
Let's see how you do on Mania.
And
Yes.
subscribe.
Yeah, so subscribe. So, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell 3 times so you know the match is over. You can see my parroting skills when someone says something and I'm just go, ha. But this has been Caleb. This has been Trevin. That's been Zach, your new disqualified NXT predictions champion.
Soon to be double champ.
He thinks,
We'll
he
see.
thinks, he thinks. And we will see you later on tonight for Mania Night 1.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye!